Thanks for your interest in my show at the New Haven Lawn Club this past summer. It's a great Georgian building with Art Deco details, and I was very pleased to show 42 works that included sketches from 10 and 20 years ago in sketchbooks, and I enjoyed the chance to kind of fit it all together. I started the East Rock Park pictures, which are in the rotunda, and led off with the cold winter sunset picture, moonlight, pastel, and then I went on to actually a night, a very cold night with snow cover and moonlight. This is a cold February dawn that I quick sketched once I got back from walking the dog, and a hot summer day. And this was the way I drew East Rock until I saw David Hockney's show catalog, which my wife, who works at the British Art Center, got for me. I loved the intensity of his colors, and I went back to East Rock this spring and started drawing first the interesting shapes of the trees, but then I started to add in the color. I like the way Hockney gives me the freedom to make mauve asphalt and start punching up some of the colors in the landscape and making these orange halos around the trees that the sun is shining from behind. And the permission to make blue trees. I felt that somehow that just unlocked something for me. You can see some of these gray trees actually are lavender, and again I give Hockney credit for helping me just push my vision to work in a bolder way. There are turkey vultures that fly around, and they make a wonderful contrast to some of the things going on. These are drawings up at the top, and you can see the color keeps creeping up and keeps punching up as I'm working. I loved the sky that I drew and the rock, and I just couldn't bear to put in the trees, and I just left it. And this actually was the last pastel I did this spring, and I think it's a wonderful transition. These are colored pencil studies of actual Hockney paintings. His, I think, were done in oil, and I worked out of the show catalog. And I did these after all the work in the field. It helped me focus and sharpen my understanding of what he was doing. We switch over to some sketchbooks I did in London probably about 5 years ago when I was there, and I loved the night scenes at St. Paul's, and I also about 2 years ago started to study Hockney and Derain's work. This is a watercolor copy about 5 by 7 of an image that he made. And I did it again in oil, testing different mediums. And then I did it quite large. This is about 20 by 30 inches, all in watercolor. We're back in the Lawn Club now, looking at the individual works in my Derain series. This was the first one I did, working out of the catalog. I love the direct painting, the kind of freedom that he encourages. I think the Impressionists, he actually reacted against the Impressionists. He felt they were kind of too insubstantial. He wanted solid shapes and very strong colors, and I relate to that quite a lot. Some of these were done as 6-inch by 9-inch sketches originally, and then blown up digitally, but the color didn't track quite the way I wanted, so I ended up overpainting them, usually between 50 and 90% of the surface. These are about 20 inches by 30 inches. And I love the freedom he has in the skies, that it doesn't have to be reflected in the water if he wants some other color in the water. These bridges are my favorite images, I think. Here's this brilliant orange sky and the green water, and here's a pink sky with yellow in the water. He seems to just open up all kinds of doors to paint in a very free way. And this is one of my favorite, most abstract images, which is the two barges as seen from above. I was pleased to get these nice reviews. I hope you'll take the time to read them. And thanks very much for your attention. I was very pleased to get this note from my former neighbor, Alex Nemerov. He was in the Yale Art History Department and now is at Stanford. We're good friends, as you can tell, but I really appreciated his comments about my show.